Counter-Strike is a game. No surprise there, but Counter-Strike has evolved tremendously since its inception. Graphically and gameplay-wise to be sure, but most importantly for me, you, and especially Valve, commercially as well. I'm going to give a brief crash course on the commercial side of CS to get up to speed to what I want to talk about today. So from year 2000 to 2012, you buy the game, you have access to everything in said game. That includes 1.6, CZ, Source, and CSGO at launch. However, shortly after CSGO's launch in 2013, they introduced skins in the game. This raises the popularity of CSGO immensely. Skins can either be obtained through random drops at the end of a match, trade-up contracts which consumes other skins to make higher quality ones, or cases. Cases are effectively loot boxes that can contain the most valuable skins in the game. Valve also owns Steam, the platform the game is primarily played on, and Steam has a community market that you can put marketable in-game items for sale for Steam Balance, which can be used to buy games and even hardware. With some exceptions, almost all skins in CSGO are tradable and marketable, and people want these nice new skins. Badly.
Oh my god. You called it! You called it! You called it! I'm done. I'm fucking out. Dude, am I?
Kamer 2.
Jag börjar med Bravo Keys.
Ja, Star Trek.
Ja, okej, redo?
And with the community market also being a thing, this effectively led to CSGO skins having real money value, as they can be sold to other players via Steam Balance. Naturally, Valve kept on adding more skins into the game, releasing more cases, and make hundreds of millions each year from case, key, and Steam community market sales. Skins, like it or not, have become one of, if not the largest part of the Counter-Strike community. Now that we're done with the prerequisite lore dump, we can look back to the current year and see that Valve has since released an alternative means of getting all sorts of collectibles, including skins and cases that you can only earn credit towards just by playing the actual game, the Armory Pass. The Armory Pass is a paid microtransaction that gives the player the ability to earn up to 40 stars through gaining XP in-game, which they can then use as a currency to redeem stickers, cases, charms, and skins. A lot of people might see this and instinctively think, oh, it's fine, it's whatever, it's just another battle pass. What a surprise. It's not. It's even worse. Now, on paper, it actually sounds good. While it is a paid microtransaction, it offers a lot of things that players have been asking for a long time. A way to earn skins or collectibles without having to rely on random drops, or having to drop $250 on a key to open a case that, let's face it, isn't going to give you something you want anyway. It's a deterministic way to earn something to use towards skins that is only available to those who are admittedly willing to spend a little bit of money, but also be able to grind out the game. Here's where it gets really bad. We will be comparing the Armory Pass to Battle Passes, as that is the thing that everyone knows that it is closest to. So, for example, in Fortnite, if you were to reach rank 100 in the Fortnite Battle Pass, you would be getting a crazy looking skin that would have you looked and swagged out the gills. I'm talking flare effects, I'm talking unique animations, I'm talking certified gamer shit. The Armory Pass effectively doesn't have an end. The Armory Pass allows you to obtain 40 stars, which you can then spend on items in the armory, most of which act as a case, except you don't need the case or the key, just the stars. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Well, there have been 2 limited time items available in the Armory Pass, but they are heavily pattern based, making most of the items that you generate, even though you're guaranteed to get that one skin, most of the ones that are generated are very undesirable. There is very little guaranteed value from the Armory Pass. Just to show what I mean, I'm putting a side-by-side comparison of the same skin, but with a different quality and pattern. Remember that these are considered the same skin. If I hover over both of these items in my inventory, they will say Desert Eagle Heat Treated. This is how widely the pattern can swing in one direction. One is battle scarred, and the other is factory new. By the way, just curious, want to guess which one is battle scarred? Because it ain't the brown one. The brown one apparently is factory new. Also, earlier I said that you can buy the Armory Pass and it will allow you to earn 40 stars through playing the game. While all that is true, it's not the end of it. See, if you look at the pace that you earn stars through an Armory Pass, it's a bit sluggish. You'd be completely right to think that as well. In fact, Valve even know that and have been so gracious to let anyone in the community purchase up to 5 separate passes that can be activated all at once to speed up the star obtainment process. That is, without tax, $79.95 and well over $80 if you include the tax. The slow star accrual rate is designed to make you want to spend the extra money not only to get the first pass, but if you're gonna get one pass, you might as well get the other, right? That way you can make more use of your time. You'd practically be stupid not to buy it, right? In the time that you banged out one single pass, you could have done 5 passes in the same amount of time. I'm not against Valve making money, but this is just shameless, especially if you remember the old Operation Passes. See, a while back, Counter-Strike actually had events and systems more akin to Fortnite's Battle Pass. They were called Operations, and they came around every so often and stayed for about a couple months in the early days, but usually 4 to 6 months, every year or other year, whatever. They were kind of sporadic with when they would come out. But Operations would almost always come out with meta changes, gameplay updates, new game modes and maps, all of which would be given out to all of the players for free. Not to say that there weren't microtransactions to follow, though. I don't want to mesh the gameplay upgrades that Operations came out with, and compare it to the Armory Pass, because it's a little bit of a skewed comparison because they're two completely separate things. But Operations would release with an Operation Pass, the most expensive of which would be the Operation Shatter Web Pass, which was $14.99. Operation Passes would include a bare minimum of new multiplayer, solo, and co-op missions to earn stars that would then unlock skins, cases, and whatever new cosmetic that they'd be dropping. Some operations even had campaign story missions playable only on the purchase of an Operation Pass and gave extra rewards only available to those who had purchased the pass, all while being cheaper than the Armory Pass, while the Armory Pass gives you no new content as well. I also wanted to see if the Operation Pass not only beat the Armory Pass in price and overall value, but also in raw item value as well. I found that there are 8 stickers, 8 case drops, and 9 skin drops, all inside of the Operation Pass. When compared to the Armory Pass, that amount of items would run you about 60 stars, and to even be able to get 60 stars, you need to spend over 2 times the amount of money as you would for this singular Operation Pass. And I'm not even including the agent skin drops inside the Operation Pass, which were the biggest feature inside of this specific operation. Success with the Armory Pass has shown that Valve can put much less value inside of these things and still get loads of money and support and ass licking from the CS community. Compared to what Operation Passes had brought to CSGO, CS2's Armory Pass is unbelievably lackluster. It's so much more visible in CS than when compared to other games like Call of Duty that have free progression-based cosmetics, how bad CS really is and has gotten over the years. Yeah, in Call of Duty, I could run around as Beavis and Butthead, with the new operator pack, but at least I could still grind out dark matter and have an entire galaxy on my guns based purely off the time I put into the game. And are there skins that you might find cooler in the shop? Yeah, sure, but at least there was something that you could work towards. CS has nothing like that in that regard, and it's such a shame for how seriously people in this community take the game. CS makes so much money with so little effort, but lacks basic features and systems that modern games have had forever, and even retro games had a good hold on. But for Counter-Strike, they don't need that, because skins and the economy surrounding them is the biggest part of this game for them. Now, I could talk more about how I believe the Armory Pass is mostly about cornering the market on cases and making each case make more money for Valve, because apparently they weren't doing good enough already. But with the recent trade changes, I feel like I can make a whole other video for that, so stay tuned for that. If you are a CS player and you play all the time, but you only have Prime status, which is, you know, the $15 to play the game, and don't spend any money besides that, other than your weekly job, you're never really going to get anything. CS has gotten only more and more barren for players that don't want to drop entire paychecks on skins over the years, but it's never been this bad. It will only keep rising as more and more people become okay with these systems. Lots of people's playtime on CS, or time spent on CS in general on Steam, isn't really even about playing the game anymore. It's just soldier dress up, gambling, and a tactical shooter minigame, if their cards get declined, that is. As the years go by, Valve has been able to not only have their cake, but to eat it entirely themselves, leave scraps and shit stains for their players, but also be thanked for it. Yummy, yummy, thank you Steam, thank you Valve, thank you so much. That's about it. See ya. But before I go, I do just want to say that I do realize something. As you've noticed, I've been running around with my knife and my gloves. I'm low-key part of the problem too. I'm decked the fuck out.